Protecting what matters is protecting your family, your friends, your contractors, your co-workers, the public. Protecting what matters is everybody goes home at the end of the day the way they came into work or the way they came into play.
If you have a pipeline on your property, what you have to understand is that pipeline is a major conduit for factories, for communities downstream. It supplies their heating, it supplies their fuel, it supplies their essentials for daily living. And you as a farmer are very important in protecting that facility and those downstream communities.
Tiling, terracing, and waterway work or other excavation work on your land requires an Iowa 1 call by law. When you make that phone call, it'll take 5 to 10 minutes of your time. The pipeline and utility companies are allowed 48 hours to come out and flag the property or clear the locates.
The 1 calls will let you know the gas line and all other phone lines and all that, what you have to dig around. You're not going to know this stuff unless you make the call and figure out where it's at. They'll come and locate it for you.
A simple pipeline nick on the external coating can create a corrosion issue that may cause a pipeline failure sometime in the future. This facility here is a pig launcher or receiver. A pig is a device that we put into the gas stream. Gas flows to the stream and moves the pig. We have launched and received smart pigs through this facility. A smart pig will pick up minute scratches in the pipeline, internal and external. We are looking for changes of pipeline integrity. It may be nicks on the outer coating from an external source, such as a piece of field equipment, farm equipment, a field tiler that may have touched the line, or backhoe. If they touch or interrupt that coating, that smart pig will pick that up, and we will find that down the line. And we have been able to do that to determine when excavation activities have taken place in that field with or without a 1 call.
We started doing aerial patrols. We're flying our pipelines in the spring and in the fall. We're not out there looking to arrest people. We're looking to keep the public safe, keep our landowners safe, and keep our pipelines safe.
Well, what we're doing right now is we're flying our normal route, and we're about 200 feet and looking for any abnormal activity. If we call something in and learn that they don't have a 1 call ticket, they will dispatch a crew to go out there and check out the activity. It's not just the pipeline integrity, but it's safety. It's very dangerous to be working around high pressure gas. There could be an explosion. Kids, grandkids in the area, you never know. We actually fly the most at-risk lines twice a week.
Pipe is designed to hold pressure in, and if you strike that pipe and it ruptures, all this pressure is trying to escape and can create massive damage, and you just don't want to be on the receiving end of that release of pressure.
So this particular unit is 2,000 horsepower. It's turbocharged. It's a 6-cylinder. It's got 3 compressors on it. The gas comes into here at somewhere around 600 pounds while this unit's running, and it's compressed, and it discharges anywhere from 900 to 990 pounds. So what folks need to realize is if they damage the pipeline out in the field, they have all this energy stored behind it. If you have a high pressure gas pipeline, you damage that, the gas is not going to be shut off immediately. You're going to have high pressure on you immediately.
In early spring of 2012, we had an incident in Plymouth County, Iowa. Received a really bad call. It's a call I don't want to get again. Had reportedly had an incident where our pipeline ruptured and there was 2 deaths. We were very fortunate in the end that the 2 folks that were involved with the explosion did not die. They received actually pretty minor injuries when considering the pipeline rupturing. It was a 24-inch line running around 750 pounds at the time it got hit. So I'm very fortunate, and the results, but initially very concerned, very sickening feeling. Don't want to have that kind of a phone call again.
I was flying along, patrolling the pipeline, and I happened to see a Challenger tractor, and I couldn't tell exactly what he was doing, but I noticed he was pretty close to the line. So I flew past him, and I made a turn so I could turn around and get a better look to see what he was doing, and at that point I had seen the fireball. It was massive. It looked like a giant bomb went off. You could see where it discolored the soil for probably at least 1/8 of a mile or so, and I could see where the heat from the fire was so hot that it actually turned the Iowa black dirt into almost glass.
This rupture actually lifted a 10,000-pound tile plow and blew it over 150 feet away from the point of impact over the personnel's head as they were running away. The release of energy out of this pipeline is just massive. We compare it when we're blowing line or releasing the gas for regular maintenance as to standing next to a jet engine that's running. It's just incredible the amount of force, the ground moves, everything around you is shaking and vibrating. The energy is massive. We actually had a piece of 24-inch pipe, probably 20 foot long, that was flat as a piece of paper, come out of a hole 5 foot deep and flew over 600 feet away. Incidences like these can happen not only instantly when they're hit, but on down the road, weeks or months or even years down the road from being hit. The corrosion that's caused by the coating coming off of it, or just the dent and the stresses that are put on these, can happen, like I said, years down the road when maybe you're out in the field working, planting, your kids, your grandkids are out there riding four-wheelers. It can happen in an instant, and it's a split second. Nothing forewarns you that this pipeline is going to rupture.
Make sure the contractors that you're hiring are following the Iowa 1 call. Make sure your contractors are calling 811. It's your responsibility to hire a competent contractor. It's the contractor's responsibility to call 811. The gas companies do not prosecute you. That would be the Iowa Attorney General's office would be the ones that would be coming out and talking to you or prosecuting you on these violations.
Today, the Attorney General's office is filing in 2 separate district courts in this state consent decrees and consent judgments concerning 2 violations of the 1 call law. We had 2 very dramatic violations here earlier in this year that we want and are getting the maximum penalty, and we want to draw to the attention of Iowans this requirement, the high compliance rates, and what happens when those individuals do not comply. There's no charge. It's even a free phone call. There's absolutely no expense in doing the right thing. There's no reason, particularly that are people that are in the business of doing this. There's absolutely no excuse to not do this.
Safety is number one, and this is all about your safety, safety of the public, safety of our employees, safety of the communities downstream. That's what really matters.
We don't break ground unless we do make a 1 call. It's the law.